everyone, Kat here for our Pages in Pandemonium, where we pretend that we're going to actually get some reading done. We might do a sprint or two, but it will be distracted. So, we'll pretend to read. Hey, Jenny, how are you? I have not seen what she changed that thumbnail to. Now I'm going to have to go and look. Y'all are waiting. Hi, everyone. Now I gotta see what you did, Elaine. What's your thumbnail up to? Oh, that is perfect. So we're getting this night off correctly. Because we had questions of where the heck you were last night, Jenny. I was having to be the chaos perv all by myself. And it just wasn't the same. Hi, Lily. How are you? Nice. Well, thank you for stopping in. When the moon hatch. Ooh, I've been eyeing that one. How are you liking it? Getting this party started. Got Elaine calling folks out on her thumbnails. Do I need to change it? You did. Sure it did, all by itself. I'm loving it. It's completely unhinged, in my opinion, and it has the female. That is always appreciated, so long as it's not unhinged. Unhinged. I think my library might actually have that one. But since I got Garrett's books, now I have like 2 that I have to read, and then I can go, maybe sneak and see what Libby has. And nothing wrong with Unhinged. Reading it was an experience, not an Yep. Full on chaos. You have 380 pages left. Nice. How long is that book? You've already got 380 to go. Hi, William. How are you? Ooh, what kind of biscuits do you have? And it's cookies. You misspelled it again, Ven. Jeez. We're going to send you back to school if you keep this up. Bickies? I totally thought you said something else for a second there. You read it, Vin, or it's 609. He read the actual. There is a book called Unhinged. I don't know if you know about that one, but it's a very spicy doorknob book. Again with the doors, and now I am thinking about Van sending animated pictures to people. Dirty. So that's what you do when you're not book shopping. I got crisps, or I can dig out my chalky digestives. That is the weirdest name for a cookie. Like, I hear digestives, and I think old folks prune juice or something. Not Red Moon yet. It's on my shelf. I have read Unhinged. Is that it was one of your pretty cover buys, wasn't it, Ven? Coffee. See, when I used to have coffee, it was like half a cup of coffee, and the other half was like sugar and flavored creamer. Just enough for basically flavored caffeine with a lot of sugar. So I can't have coffee anymore. They were originally used for digestion. What? That's not what cookies are supposed to be for. They're for, being fat and hyper. Or revenge on, others. You can't unsee it. I'm just happy my doors don't look like that. The poor doors. I can't quite picture the actual handle on the cover, but I'm not going to go look. I'm just going to assume that they do not match mine. Because they're probably the kind that the pups could open and then I would be done for. Right now, I have the door closed for a change, and I've already been yelled at by JB. Even though he's a liar, he only snuggles at the end of the night. You need to get sexy doors, Elaine. Don't get me started with Zeus and knot holes in trees. Wait, Zeus and knot holes? I thought the book was strictly about doors. I didn't know there were trees in our unhinged door smut. And you're saying not after I finished Bride at like 1 o'clock this morning that's not helping things. Like, that book started out pretty good. Except for the whole, nut paste. That last half, though, oh my god. Now knots are wrong. And I have some questions, and I'm glad there were not pictures. Well, I mean, the doors being made out of wood is a nice euphemism. And not all of them. Some of them are made out of metal. I have some. Returning into, oh god, that is so much what I was reading in the middle of the night. Knotting is now very dirty. And I have to tie a knot if I ever actually get back to doing my cross stitch. What is trees? Is that code for something? I'm gonna go with both. Because, if it's big enough, it could be a tree. Or a cute little baby acorn that we put a bow on and laugh at. I finished a really good short story called The Conjurer's Wife by Sarah Penner. It relates to her upcoming release called Amalfi Curse. I have never heard of that. It sounds like an interesting horror, though. Ooh. The reason I said biscuit is because cookie is too US focused. I say kilometers and kilograms. No. I like to say cookies because, well, American, but also it drives Ben nuts and I have to mess with him. It's our running fight. Also, cookies are merely a subfamily of biscuit, but they're the better family. Ours are more moist and have better flavor, I bet. I've seen Garrett's biscuits. They always look dry. And those are the fancy schmancy, from the store ones. All cookies are biscuits, not all biscuits are cookies. Yep, some biscuits are actually biscuits. And we put, gravy on them because we are not going to call it white sauce. Not with y'all folks around. Especially when you notice that, there's meat to go with that sausage, with that, gravy. Gotta check the thumbnail. Maybe why still getting viewers from last night. Go see what you did. Wait, how are cakes not food? I mean, they're not healthy, but they're definitely food. Well, I guess I have heard some people call them, beefcakes and talk about their butt. Cookies! Of course they're dry. You're meant to have them with tea. No, you're just supposed to grab your cookie and go. It's supposed to be nice and soft and yummy. Not dry and, I need a glass with it. That's called overbaked. There's dry sense of humor. So they've been dropped on the floor and rolled around a few times, is what you're saying. OT, that's a good idea. Back to, do you want me to change it? Not sure why you two picked that. OT. But those don't get just called straight up cake. Those are very specified kinds. And I try to avoid talking about the other kind because I'm already on lists for what I studied that I don't even get to use anymore. I will not discuss my rolling on the floor antics that go well with, Elaine's thumbnail. Those floor antics. And if anyone is wondering, oh, darn it went ahead and started. And it want to start it. Whee! There's a nice little saying there of Jenny saying she doesn't swing that way as her thumbnail. Oh, thank you. YouTube thumbnail. I didn't have one. And now it has picked a really good one. And don't get me started on pies. Well, I mean, there is cherry pie. That's everyone's favorite. Keep it innocent. Sweet little Noah might see this. We're trying to summon him. So I need to have a talk with Noah. He did not warn me about the second half of that book. And now things are dirty that weren't supposed to be dirty. And I have questions about anatomy. Steak and gravy is. What the? That's not a pie. And keep your gravy off my steak, unless it's chicken fried. Again, that's a different kind of gravy. It's not actually chicken or steak. Oh, sweet Noah. Or mushrooms, gross. I like chicken. Keep your mushrooms to yourself and season it somehow other. I'm not sure. I gotta inspect y'all's spice cabinets. Oh my goodness. Mushrooms, yummy. They're slimy fungus. They should be ashamed of themselves. And they could also be termed as something else. Give me a good steak and ale pie with mash and gravy, and I'm happy. Give me a steak and any kind of potato. Mashed potato, baked potato. That's actually what I had for dinner Monday. Had a London broil and a sweet potato. Or baked potato. I had sweet potatoes the other day. I have no spice cabinet. Everything I eat is microwave. You could still fix it. Sometimes the microwave stuff needs a little extra help. Hey, oatmeal is microwaved, and then you gotta add the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the brown sugar and some butter. Hey, Matthew, how are you? And spices over. Are you one of those that thinks salt counts as a seasoning? I do have a spice cabinet. Good job, Ben. But is it full? Like, I've got like a 2-tier one. And some of my spices, I had to order them in like 1-pound things because my favorites get used up. And the stores are starting to be mean. I can't reliably like go to the grocery store and get my chili powder and my garlic anymore. And like, how am I supposed to cook without those? Salt is not a spice. It's a barely there thing that goes on rice. Gotta have a little chipotle. But if it's meat and doesn't have garlic, you did it wrong. Here mushrooms are. Don't piss me off or I will sneak into your supper and collect the insurance. I like it. I mean, I do like salt, but that does not count as a seasoning. That's like a bare minimum. But yeah, I know someone that doesn't even put it on fries and they are very, very broken. You gotta season it and then you can have salt or like, yeah, a sauce on top of it. Butter is yummy. Nope. Mushrooms are just creepy. I love garlic, but keep your mushrooms out of my garlic. Now, if it's on some onions, that's different. Because I do like that bloomin' onion thing that has like a garlicky sauce. Mushrooms are fun, guys. The other kind of mushroom is I have a raw vegan cookbook and almost all the recipes have ingredients I can only buy online. Where else can I buy agave nectar? I've seen it in some grocery stores, but only on occasion. Today, nice surprise. Government paid me for paying my taxes. Woohoo, more books. Nice. I did mine up and they're charging me $200 plus $100. Well, no, it's going to be $120 to freaking file. It's a BS. Oh, because I got a little interest from the bank and I made like $100 in the stock market and then I lost it on having to pay for the tax thing that normally I can get free because I'm so poor. Like, you made the same amount, but you made it in stocks. Such a dad joke. Are you filling in for Noah? I think it's like this weird. It's basically what comes out of some kind of a plant, but I'm not sure. I think it's generally like something grown in Mexico that has to do with tequila. But it's a fancy kind of syrup. Because people they don't communicate with each other, like because I haven't actually been getting hours to get paid at work. I was getting shared work, which is basically, hey, you've been paying into these government things. We're going to give you some of that money back. But we only took some of the federal out, not all of it, and none of the state. And the state wants their money back, that it's yours anyway. And then, yeah. So I got to file them, and then I got to pay to file them. Because, yeah, it's a mess. Hours paid everyone $200 who filed taxes last year. Lucky. I think I got $20 back. And all my coworkers like, look at, I'm going to go on vacation and get tattoos with all the money I got back for having kids. Basically, well, like in my case, I had money coming from various things. Like I had work, I had unemployment because even though I'm employed, they were not giving me the hours that I agreed to that I could live on. So I had to find money from other places to continue to keep a roof over my head. And since they don't communicate, they're like, well, we took out money assuming that this was your only income. Thank goodness it's not, because y'all would not be seeing me. And then they do it wrong. Even for folks that only have one income, they do it wrong. But that's probably because he doesn't know how to fill out his paperwork. And then plus, you can't trust our government not to screw you over. Or an idiot not to fat finger. Because it started as temporary to pay for the war, and go figure, it never disappeared. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, okay, it's free if you only have like no kids, no house, no debt. Like a lot of places, like, here, you have a job and nothing to write off and nothing extra to pay for. Like, I have to go, like, oh, you want to answer these questions because otherwise, good luck, you're probably going to get audited and screwed over because you didn't admit that, oh, hey, you have a house loan and a student loan. Again, why is that not just done on an automatic system? Because it's America and they want to screw us every way possible. They screw us while screwing us. And then half the people go, thank you, sir. While bitching, like, yeah, they're screwing me, but hey, they also screwed some people that I don't like, so we're gonna go with it. And then we can't trust people. They did do it somewhat automatically, and their automatic one was saying that I did not exist, so my parents could not claim me. So my mom finally was like, all right, hey, it's been 5 years. We actually do have these kids. Oh, oops, we owe you money, but good luck. We're not giving it back to you just because, hey, you get to have some money back for having kids. But not if you lie and say you have kids that you don't. Because, the IRS, they're skeezy bastards. Because your government. Valentine's, does that mean you have to literally fill them? Well, you fill them out when you get a job, but then you still have to, like, essentially file with them to go, yeah, let's make sure my job did this correctly and pulled out enough money. Because otherwise, the IRS is still going to be like, yeah, you didn't know that you owed us money, but the desk jockey at your job didn't do it, or the way they asked it, you thought they meant something else, so they didn't pull out enough. And we get punished for them screwing up. Yeah. Easy. Same way you can do a lot of other things. Steal social security numbers. Identity theft. I had a coworker that actually did that. Like, she was in a green card marriage and then would like claim his nieces and nephews because they're like, the kids were born here, the parents weren't. So they were afraid to file. So she would just claim kids that she didn't have. Surprisingly, she didn't get busted on that. But yeah, they thought my dad was somebody else and lying about the amount of kids he had for the write-off. And they're screwed like that. They'll stop taking money from you when you call them on it, but they won't give back all the money that they took unless you have a lot more money to be able to fight with them. I like that my works take care of it. One less stress. Yeah. If you fill out the proper work, like the paperwork properly, it's not bad, but then you still have to double check them. But if you have more than one income, like, oh, this place thinks I only make this much. This place thinks I make this much. Together, I make enough that I should have been taken out. Like, I went up to the next tax bracket, which is going to be screwy here because they're shrinking now. Because, yay. Idiots with red hats. Yeah, I'm not touching that one because the way it's working, I would lose money on that in the long run. In the UK, you are allocated a tax code. You can't really screw it up as it's a set percent based on hours worked. It's Sort of. It's like, well, if you make this amount of money, but that's assuming that I, like, my pay never changes and my hours never change. And then, yeah, I thought I was working 40 hours a week, and I don't remember the last time I got it. Sometime last year was when I got that. So they were taxing me, assuming that I was going to make X amount of money. And I made about several grand less, except for I made up for it in other places out of sheer luck that those places don't exist this year. Expats, foreign residents, on the other hand, have it much harder with paperwork. They have to report to the immigration office every 3 months and wait in waiting rooms, fill in forms. Ooh, that doesn't sound very fun. But we're going to get away from the unfun crap because it's Friday night. That's what we're here for. The real world sucks. We're pretending it doesn't exist. This isn't the chaos that we signed up for. So what books does everybody have? We know some of you have misspelled cookies, but do you have any books? I got City of the Dead, which I think I might have partially read like 9 years ago, and I forgot. So we're starting over from the beginning and seeing if we like it or if it's getting completely DNF'd this time. No more bleh. Finally starting Diplomacy of the Knife today. Knives are diplomatic? I thought they just, cut things. I've never understood immigration. We had people doing their paperwork to come to the UK, and it was like 2.5 kilos just of forms. Oh, geez. That's a lot of forms. Here, it's forms and interviews, and you gotta have sponsors and money. Moonlight by Aleister Crowley. Need to finish from last year. That sounds bad, and then you realize it's actually only a couple weeks in. It just feels like last year was, 6 years ago. I'll stay put. Less paperwork. Lucky for you. I am eyeing the cost of passports and how the heck to do anything. Earlier finished Nicole's book. Loved it. Nice. It was a fun time, wasn't it? I kept expecting there to be some kind of, romance like there always is these days, and there wasn't. It was so nice and refreshing. Can't decide what I want to read tonight. Something on the Kindle that you've already started. And if it's bad, just, skim to the end. Which series have you got started that you're most interested in? You should buy a new book to read. And this is why you are the chaos gremlin. Little instigator there. Well, which one are you enjoying right now? Or did you just finish one? So I'm betting you probably got at least like 5 going, and a couple aren't doing it for you. Which one's doing it for you? You're not encouraging Jenny to buy more books yet. You're already the, queen of that one. Ben just wants you to buy some more because he's probably got you beat at this point. He wants to go back to at least second place. Well, Kat, if you head north, you will have lots of company. Seems Minnie headed this way. Mm-hmm. And y'all do have that castle that me and Daddy were talking about checking out for some ghost tours. Which one are you closest to finishing then? Can get that one knocked out. No, I have not hit 70 yet. I thought you said 73 yesterday. You're like, it's 50. Oops, I counted all my ebooks. 70. We're on to you. Three are around 50%. So what's the shortest of them? I have not hit 50. Me and you both. Woohoo! We're winning, Elaine. I was around 68. No, I'm at 73. That's pretty close. That's less than a 10% difference. I'm waiting on book 7 to show up. But it doesn't even, get released for another 11 days. Rude. And then there's stupid shipping. Because I wasn't going to pay an extra $15 for shipping when it was already a $29 book. So now I'm going to have to wait till the 24th. And that's a long time. Jenny's the winner. She does tend to win at the reading challenges. Though I might have you beat on series I have started. I haven't finished tallying up all the ones that I started last year. I think my last count, I was like 163. And I stopped in September. I've still got to finish it so I can record that video. But for now, we've got to figure out what you're going to read. I'm a little past 50% with my current book. Nice. I've got 2 going on my Kindle, which now I don't get to read at work, even after I finish my job and the owner's son's job. So that's some BS. 56% done with Count of Monte Cristo. I might have that one done by April, maybe. And then I just started The Eye of Nefertiti, which is a Pharaoh's cat novel. I have no idea what's going on with that. So far, they've gone back and forth. Why I love... Yes and no. Like, I like, all right, this was good. It's done. It's, done. But then you find really good ones. I'm like, I'm not finished with this yet. I want more of these characters in this world. And then sometimes, unfortunately, that's all I get. And other times, yay, there's more. I just cannot find or afford them if I do find them. Like, Kindle is mean that way. They'll be like, oh, hey, this first one is free to get you hooked. And then you gotta buy the next 6 that are somewhere between $6 and $16 each for the ebook. You don't want to know how much the paperback is. And don't even ask about hardback. You're gonna have to sell the house for that one. So, yeah. Like, I just finished a really good fairy tale one. And I'm upset that it's only a trilogy. And I want them, but they're $6 a piece for an ebook. I don't pay that much for an ebook. I'm going to lose it. And they're even meaner for the paperbacks. I should finish Nana the Ninth over the weekend as well. Still baffled. You're almost done and you don't know what's going on? Yeah, that sounds about right. The first one was kind of confusing. I have Good Omens, Red Rising, Mythos, or Spy versus Family. May just not decide. Ooh, Spy versus Family. I like the title on that one. Randy, hey, what's up? How are you? Ruby, I just finished. I filmed my belly dancer video this morning. Gonna do some little hip work. As a standalone, it makes sense. In context to the others, I am kind of lost. I was kind of lost even in the first one. Like, that was just a weird magic-y system. But I did kind of like the feistiness of it anyway. Starting to mix and match my outfits. We're having some fun. Gotta get ahead of my recording so I have time to fit in some. How goes your video a day posting? You all set for the next couple? Oh yeah. I've got the next couple planned, and then I'm gonna have to like start figuring out how to combine moves or see if I can actually pull off like a Shakira dance or something. Spy vs. Family is a great manga series. Telepathic kid, spy dad, and assassin mom. That is, I'm usually not into manga, but that sounds kind of awesome. So do we have like mom trying to off the dad because he's spying and found out she was an assassin? Like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of a deal, but with a kid caught in the middle? Because that sounds like a hot mess. That would be really fun. It's like, I was spying on this one, and then, oh crap, it turned out to be that one. I need to make videos. I'm way behind. Of course. There will be no belly dancing in my videos. Come on. You gotta do like the hula hoop or something. Get your little grass skirt and some coconut bra. Throw a luau in one of your videos. Be kind of fun. Like, Randy, what's in that cup that you're sipping from today? I have the first Spy X on my shelf to read. Nice. Of all the ones that I have never heard of. But again, this group is kind of all over the place, so it's amazing when we do manage to have some, crossover. Usually it's Gatorade, but not when you do the luau. So that red Gatorade, that light blue one, that's a really good Gatorade. Parents don't know about each other's jobs. The kid knows and is trying to help prevent them from finding out about her talent or each other. Oh, and the dog can see the future. Oh no, there was a doggy too. That sounds like an absolute mess. That is so much freaking fun. Steven, we gotta have some plan for more subs. The first mine was dear. We had wine from like a Chinese restaurant that was split a half a glass between me, my mom, my oldest brother, and we still didn't finish it. Dad had the rest of the bottle. And then after high school, my brother's like, you need to learn how to drink before you go to college. So being what that was, there was no food in the house, and we were staying over with them. So I hadn't eaten in 2 days, and he went, here's some coconut rum. We're gonna turn Hero, that Jet Li movie, into a drinking game. If you guess wrong which color they're gonna do next, you take a shot. And yet I still love coconut rum. I can't have it because of diabetes, but I freaking love it. I used to make adult milkshake pina coladas. So good. Y'all need to put more of an effort in making my videos more entertaining. I did sing at the end of my 5 fingers video. Nice. I was editing something. What's this subs plan? Yeah, we all need to figure that one out because ain't none of this monetized. I quit drinking in 2014. Nice. That's probably a good thing. People do a lot of dumb things on it. It's about the time well, yeah, I was still drinking then. Not as much as I was back in the day. But yay, I made it through finals. I get a drink. I think I quit in like 2016. Well, you have to find your D&D outfit. I have no clue for me. I am not dancing. I really should do more videos. Yes, you should. You have the dinosaur costume. We need some more. Oh, I was a legendary. Some folks are like, if you can be fun with it, it's cool. And there's the ones that don't know their limits and get handsy, and then the jerk ones. I'm fun until the wrong person walks in the room. And then you find out this ain't a die job because there's a lot of let's go. It's either spinning, giggling, karaoke, or fights. Oh yeah, D&D. I should probably prep for Sunday. You're plotting on Noah again, aren't you, Van? I want dinosaur reviews books now. Yes! That can be your thing. And you have to have some, like, really dirty innuendos snuck in there. I was fun until I wasn't fun. Well, at least you learned, so that's good. Drinking is only fun if I'm in a crowd of young people and there is loud music and lots of flashing lights. So, like a rave or a bar. Those are typically good places. Given your age, Ben, aren't you a dinosaur? Ouch! Better watch it with that, Jenny. Elaine's gonna get you. Oi, Elaine, tell her off. Oh. Using Elaine for a shield. I would have loved meeting you in a bar. We'd probably be married by now. Oh, I run from marriage. I ran from all them proposals. Somehow they kept threatening to try to have kids, and they don't mean the 4-legged kind. That one didn't give me a puppy. He told me I had to get my own. Careful, Jenny. Ben is still a puppy. Manchester's far enough away to keep me safe. Oh, she's still gonna go to Manchester to get Noah for the act guitar. So if you visit there, you're just gonna get bonked along the way. Might be safer in Scotland. I am on leave next week. Are you sure? Oh no, I think Jenny could take you. I think she might be feistier. Got her a good. Well, thanks for stopping in, Randy. Good to see ya. I am due a holiday. You get those? One day I'll have one. Maybe. I gotta win the lottery so I can afford to use my vacation. One of these days. My city may be small, but it is easy to get lost. Everybody's saying, yep. See, I could come visit you, Jenny, and then I'll just get lost. I'll be another one of the redheads. I have a week every month for the next 3. I mean, I have days off, but I can't afford to do nothing with them. I can go on vacation, or I can have a roof and electricity. Man, just look for the T-Rex suit. Hey, Don't be giving him ideas. He calls you old regularly. I mean, retail park with the bookies. I could find you. Y'all say bookie, and I think of like shady gambler guy that's threatening to break everyone's kneecaps. Like that's what that means here. Is like, you didn't pay off the bookie. He's sending his goons after you. That's supposed to be done sketchily. My work has 3 bookies in close proximity. Bring it. I mean, it is, but legal. That's why they're called loan sharks here. Oh, some of it is legal if you've seen the interest rates, but you know. Yes, because I have him on Voxer can yell at him. I'm gonna have to get Noah. I was gonna yell at him, but he ain't here, and he's bad at replying to his emails. So I'm gonna have to give him crap on Goodreads. This is true, and then I can send you odd things. Like your door picks of some wood. Dirty boy. Same with Bookie here. It makes me laugh every time. Like, Jenny's just, taking the bath and like, hey, that's Bubba over there. We're going to send him after you if you don't pay up. But in like a Hooters outfit, because, there's always got to be some stripper with drinks hanging out with the bookies. With a Jersey accent. I had my colleague look at me in utter shock when I said I was mellow, and she was like, no, you fucking mellow. You're mellow. You're just dirty mellow. Yeah, like pick about Rise Hand and finger painting. The heck? Something is making some weird noise. Wee. Well, I don't know what that was, but there's some creepy caterwauling. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but I see nothing outside my window. And what were they using for the finger painting? Yeah, normally I would go with like actual paint, but I have heard about these books. I don't want to think about Ryzan doing anything with his fingers, thank you. Exactly. I mean, I keep trying to explain to people that I have mellowed, and they don't believe me until the person who has known me for 30 years steps in. Then people back away. Yeah. See, I'm more crazy when it like involves my friends, but I live out here, so there's nobody that I'm jumping to defend. So it's safe now. Well, except for the people around. Jenny, pages and pages of it. Well, at least it's just his finger. It could be, his knot. I get scared when people sing outside of my house, especially if the voice gets closer and closer. Yeah, that's when something bad happens to them, because why you creeping? Damn, I'm still on book 1. You did this to yourself. You could always give up on it. We already know from Elaine that it is not the best of series. Unless you just want to know all about Ryzand and his fingers, since you can't skim. Might be the series to learn on. You know you wanna, Jenny. Oh, I noticed 3 massive creepy dolls in a random window on the bus on the way back with the kids today. That was a bit freaky. What kind of dolls? That might be creepy in a different way. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Only Tamlin gets his pipes cleaned in book 1. In book 1. Look like the old-fashioned ventriloquist dolls. Somebody was practicing. Distract them with this while the friend comes around the other way. Got some serial killers on the bus. Or did they break into Bad's place and take, Charlie? Because you can't trust Charlie. He's up to no good. That's not a nice way to describe no. Well, then he should come and visit so that, he can defend himself. They were bigger than no. Aww. Book 2, 3, and 3.5, all about Ryzan getting his pipes cleaned regularly with the how-to descriptions. You're welcome. So, are you still gonna finish that one, Jenny? You have been warned now. You could always say peace, ditch that series, and go on to something better for good. I'm gonna feel so icky. You brought this on yourself. Then again, I've read the last half of Bride. The first half was good. The second half was yeah. Apparently his junk is not normal shaped and behaving. So they had to discuss about, what his stuff does. Repeatedly. And it was so good the first half. When we saw the romance coming, but come on. Their elven vampire with her pointy ears. Kinda, I guess. A part of it is, not the whole thing. You could skim. I did cut down on reading time. Mm-hmm. You got to practice, Jenny. You got to work on that skimming and then build up to DNFing. Akatar's perfect for you. You can do it, Jenny. We believe in you. Mina Lane got your back. Never laugh as the hearse goes by, a variation of whistling past the graveyard. Well, it depends on if I know who's in the hearse. Sometimes does it count as a laugh if it's a full-on witchy cackle? Because there are some that I would. I think I'd rather read nodding. Well, it is about nodding. That's literally a term in the book. Because part of his junk is called a knot. Wait, are we talking about sentient junk? I mean, it kind of is. It doesn't behave the same for everyone. This is my person, so I'm gonna behave differently. Dude, that last half of that book, Noah got some splaining to do. Yeah, I've never heard that about my pups. Like, they've all been fixed. Little man just, well, he got excited, but he got fixed. And I guess, well, he was a wolf. They are, canines. But that's still creepy. Apparently, werewolves do it in human form. And I had never heard that term before. That was supposed to be like a, working with strings kind of a thing. No, I got lots to explain to. He does like those spicy bits. Like, he told us about the funny parts, the nut paste, and then calling the alpha wolf a majestic fluff ball. And then he leaves off the last half. It gets dirty. Dirty, dirty boy. Yeah. There was people eating, just not that kind. Like, I knew it was going to be a little bit, but wow. I hate it with vampires, and I hate it with fae. There used to be, like, is it I Love Anne Rice? She gets a little dirty and unhinged the farther into the series you go. But at least it started off, kind of dark. Now it's freaking everywhere. It's more of a, oh my god, I finally found a book that doesn't have it in it, as opposed to it used to be, ooh, there was a little bit in this one book. Now it's infiltrated every freaking genre. And it isn't, fade to black or, here and there. Here's a detailed chapter and everything. My fairy tales aren't even safe anymore. Yes, that's why Akatar annoyed me. There's a reason I like my, action-packed thrillers. They never have it in there. And they don't sparkle or have pointy elf ears and bleed purple. Yay! Oh, I have to show you. When I got Bride at the bookstore in town, they had those little mini books, and one of them was for Interview with the Vampire. I'm like, I'm gonna read that one, and it's 10 cents. I'm getting it. So I'm like, hey, this is on my TBR. That would be kind of fun to like. I like the whole everybody does their like little mini books in the cauldron and pick them out, but I am not that skilled or patient. I looked on Etsy for them and was like, y'all want like $3 for one little book? I ain't paying that much. I got a couple hundred to go. It's gonna be so fun. And I still no, I did have to get a new copy of that one because that and my copy of Lestat were both so old that they literally fell apart. Like, I'd open the book and half the pages would fall out. So I've had to get new ones. But I got them, and we're gonna have some fun. Claudia is my fave child character ever. I love a good murder baby. And I mean, you can't really blame her. It's like, I'm an adult. I have some adult urges. But the only ones that are gonna like do anything with that are the ones that, deserve to be off because they think that she is a child. Really? I don't think they were on Kindle Unlimited, but I could have sworn Kindle had them. I wonder if it's strictly like a UK thing. Now you got me curious. Here you can get, the 12 of them on Kindle as a bundle. And they even have the new Tales with Pandora. That's weird. Huh. That is obnoxious how much, I get the libraries because they're independent, but you would think Amazon, would be uniform. Has about half of them. You know what that means, right, Jenny? You're going to have to go to a bookstore and get an actual, physical book. You can put it on your trophy shelf when it's done. Libby here doesn't have all of them. I think mine does, but I physically own most of them anyway. But see, that makes more sense because, people aren't checking them out or they're really old, so, not going to buy the licenses for a book that's 40 years old. But Amazon, come on now. It's you're not just selling to the local audience, you're selling to the world. There's going to be folks that want it in the world. She has, I know Twilight's trying to take over, but it ain't succeeded. Anne Rice is still the, queen. Thankfully, mine, Libby does, because I'm going to have to, I know I've got to get at least 2, because I don't have Merrick or Blackwood Farm. And I think one of her new ones. I think I've only got 11 or 10 of them, and I know it's a 13-book series. So I'm going to have to double check her return. I was all excited when I first found out about it. And then thankfully, my friend told me about it before I picked it up. Because, when you're just, oh my God, Team Edward is the only thing you can tell me about it. That he sparkles in the daylight. That's not a freaking vampire. That's a 17-year-old that ain't come out of the closet yet and is playing in your body glitter to get laid. That ain't no dang vampire. Stupid. Have you figured out which book you're going to try to read tonight, Jenny? We narrowed it down for you. We'll pretend that we're going to read at least once tonight. And do a little 30-minute, sprint that we all know is going to end up being chaos. Whee! Let's everyone fake read. Because we know what's going to happen. Somebody's going to pop up and there's going to be talking. And it's going to be dirty. Because that's what we do. I got to figure out if this book is getting DNF'd or not. You're going to commit to the chaos. Yeah, I knew I was lying when I put that up there, but I have to pretend. William knows what's up. We always plan, but it never happens. We're going to valiantly fake it. Oh, I do that so much. Red started it. He's being dirty. So, how did everybody's books go? Did you get much done? I managed right at 30 pages in this one. Nice zombie-filled mess that's gonna mess with some people's heads. I am at 7%, which is about 30 pages, I think. Nice. We got the same amount read. This one is, let's see here, 357 pages. So, not quite 10%. It has started very dark. Yeah, same. They were trying to save a 6-year-old that is now trapped in the attic, and they're like, edible, it's gonna die anyway. Except for, we gotta have somebody left. That only makes 4 living humans. The zombies are actually just hosts to, demons that are angry and taking over the world. Appropriate for second Halloween, because screw Valentine's Day. We're going horror part 2. Hey, that's better than 0. Gets you a little bit closer. But tiny print, magic, and spells. Nice. Yeah, that tiny print will get you every freaking time. It's not nice. So, getting you a little bit closer to done. And we'll get into all the really good stuff in March. Yeah, this month has gone semi-well. This has started with corpses that had previously been inhabited by ghosts and were ended by an exploding horse being experimented on. Hello, man. Oh, you just had a sip, didn't you? I see that water in your whiskers. Hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. You won't come around and get Mama's lap? No. Come on, little man. You can do it. Come on. He said no. This has started with corpses that had previously been inhabited. That is, well, I mean, I like exploding, but why they gotta do that to the horsey? Where you going, little man? He's going to visit and walk away. Okay. He still does not approve of my chair. Funny, not very dark considering Crowley's reputation. You can't go wrong with a few laughs. But, we're expecting some dark. Come on now. That's what ruins it, is when you go into it expecting one thing and then they fail. It was only slightly alive. It was kind of a cyborg. Ooh, cyborg horsey! Silly cyborgs. That's not very nice. Yeah, no cyborgs here, just strictly dead bodies and traumatizing small children to the point that their hair has already turned white and they're only 6 years old. But Apparently, it's the second one in a series, but that's what I get for grabbing random used books at a thrift store. But hey, it came with a bookmark that somebody wrote something on. So I got a book and a bookmark. And you know it's a weird old book when that's in there. In the middle of the flippin' book. That's weird. Let's see, how old is this? Oh, it's not even that old. It's only from 2005. Which I guess in book time is pretty old. That was, yeah. Depending on what time in 5, that was high school days. And Jenny's gone all quiet on us. Or she left without saying goodbye. Oh, Chaos Twin. Look. We're being sneaky there, Elaine. You stalking people, little man. I see that little swirly booty. Yeah, you being a hall stalker. High school was the 70s. No, I wasn't alive for those ones. Were you into all the hippie stuff back then, Elaine? With the bell bottoms and the flower power and the shrooms? I found some old origami my daughter made me while decluttering. Still, oh, that is impressive. You weren't even a twinkle in your pappy's eye yet. Nope. I was the unplanned anyway. The accident that just wouldn't die. Nope, no flower power. Aw, well, come on now. There might have been some beginning Mario. And Mario has always got the flower power. Okay, I finished the chapter. Don't like stopping in the middle. Nice. Nope, I was 05. I thought you only had 4 years on me. In your high school, I think y'all do y'all schooling slightly different. Because y'all get to leave at 16, don't you? Whereas here you can, drop out, but you don't actually graduate unless you make it to 12th grade, which, since most of us don't get to skip years, is 18. Unless you have to start late. See, for us, like college and university is, interchangeable. You finish high school and then you, go on to that. More about beating up the boys and thus several detentions. See, even if I did, nobody suspected me. I was tiny and in the advanced classes reading my books, and they were all bigger than me. I know how to use a pen and a heavy book. Oh, like one guy ratted me out for hitting him with my math book, and he got detention for lying. And I did do it. Early 2000s for me. Yup. To confuse matters, sometimes high schools or colleges. What? I mean, they offer the chance to do dual if you're doing well. It costs, and your parents have to trust you to actually like be away from home, so I wasn't allowed. But that's 10th grade you can like they offer up, go, hey, 11th 12th grade, do you want to kind of do a half and half kind of deal? But that's only for like top of the class. But you would still be considered a high school student. You'd just be getting a couple college credits, which whether your college calls it a like college or a university, is still you're getting a college credit. Dropped out of my post high school education. I did the first time, then I went back for something else, and I got to use it for a year and a half, and I'm still freaking paying it off. So, yeah, it started off useful. I finally got the field that I enjoyed, and then I got the position I have now because they're like, oh, well, if you can learn that, you could probably learn this. And then they restructured. So I still have the same job with a lot more responsibilities, and the people under me make more than I do because they restructured the pay. And then they think I don't know and wonder why I give them crap. It's like, yeah, he makes 50 cents an hour more than I do, but I'm supposed to be checking him and watching him. I don't really see the reason in doing that. And so I call them out and harass them until they fix it. Sometimes it takes a few months. Post-high school terminology gets confusing with degree. Bachelor's degree and master's degree, college, university, academy. That's why I say post-high school. Well, the bachelor's and the master's are just various, levels, and then you can get your doctorate or PhD. College and university here it's the same thing. Academy is usually, that's like a private, like, school, like your, high school or whatever. That's just rich folks. I don't want my child, mingling with the peasants school until they go to university, and then it's, well, crap. Unless you want to send them to like a private Christian school. Which I don't know why those exist, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I think UK, it's not even like it's high school, it's secondary school. Really? Like here, I mean, it's a degree either way, though they kind of, it all depends on what the name of the school giving you the degree is, whether they look down on it or not. But just even some of the, like, community, they have community college, but you can still get a 4-year there. It's just looked down on by some of the other ones. It's usually like, yeah, you should probably go do like your first couple years because it's cheaper. Get all like the general ed crap, and then try to transfer somewhere. Academies here tend to be former state schools that were failing, so are run by other groups. Still state schools, though. Post schools are grammar private schools. High school, secondary is pretty interchangeable. So that's why I always see, like, whenever you get somebody like super British doing interviews, they're always, if they ask about schooling, they always call it secondary. I'm like, hey, weird. But then they like mention like how old they were. I'm like, oh, that's like our high school. College typically 2 years, university 3 or 4. Yeah, here it's like that would be the degree. Like 2 years is an associate's. 4 years though, if you can finish it in 4, that's amazing. Is you get your bachelor's, and then master's is like 4 to 6 years. I don't even want to know how long it takes to get a PhD. Hi, how are you, Miss Peacock? I am rereading Carrie by Stephen King. Nice. One of these days I might read or watch that. All I know about it is like the bucket of pig's blood scene. I think that is that one of your favorite Stephen Kings, or are you just kind of going through the catalog? Nice. I just reread a few months ago. I'm saying one of these days I will watch it because I think that's one of the few dog safe ones by him. But just never gotten around to it. I love how half of us are getting into like creepy stuff. Like, oh, it's Valentine's. We're supposed to be mush. Blech. Bump that. Let's get into the craziness. We got exploding cyborgs and zombies. It is for a book project. My fave right now is Dr. Sleep. I think I have that one, weirdly enough. I've never read The Shining. I've seen the movie, as in it was playing and I fell asleep. But then I picked that one up for, I think, like $5. For that price, I might eventually try it. Right, I am off to bed as it's 1 a.m. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, thanks for stopping in, Vin. To give Noah some crap for us. He's missing out on his chaos goblin duties. Prepare for the kids to drop in on you tomorrow. I studied at an educational institution for vocational training. They offered hospitality tourism. Nice. Be good, y'all. We're always good because we never get caught. We might get another sprint in. Listen to the audio by Sissy Spacek. Why does that name sound so familiar? Dog safe, not good for the pigs. I can't say anything about the pigs because I love me some bacon and ham. So, okay, like I was gonna get one for Christmas, and there were literally no freaking hams in any of the grocery stores. They're supposed to be on sale this time of year, not missing. Oh, that's cool. They kind of did like a oh great, now I'm blanking on his name, but like a Lord of the Rings thing where we've got the one of the actors to do the narration. Gives it a little extra kick for the folks in the know. That's kind of nifty. I was trying to get that audiobook from my library, but it was like a 4-month wait for that version. Like they had some random guy doing the narration for Lord of the Rings, and then there was the one with Andy Serkis. And like, you can have the normal Lord of the Rings in like 3 weeks. If you want his, it's going to be like 6 months. Because of course, why would you not go for Gollum narrating Gollum? Anyone have any plans for the weekend? I'm mostly just going to be hanging out at the house. Might get some reading done, or one of these days I'm going to have to actually get off my butt and pull out my cross stitch again. So, about caught up on all the laundry. Yucky adulting. I was gonna do a few other things, and then it went and got freezing cold on me again after it was in the 70s on Monday. And then, 30s yesterday. That's just rude. Picking up books tomorrow. Birdseed. Other than that, paperwork and notes for videos. Nice. I do need to refill the birdseed and, throw Pearl a few more peanuts. I haven't seen her in a few days. Though, last time she tried, she showed up a little too late. I swear the Blue Jays just sit there and watch and wait for the peanuts and then send out the message. And then Pearl eventually shows up. But I think it's little Pearl that's been coming around, not, big Pearl, and she's more skittish. Need to figure out what I'm gonna cook. We got chicken and I don't know what the heck I want to do with it. Like, I've gotten into a slump on that one. Just throw it in the crock pot with, the same old seasonings. To make some Alfredo or something. Just to switch it on it. They've done buffalo and barbecue chicken pizzas. So you gotta expand. Blue Jays here, still cat kibbles. I don't think they would try that one here, because there might actually be a kitty nearby plotting. Because that goes out on the front porch. Need to put some out. I haven't seen Carl or knockoff Fluffy Null in a few days. Because usually Low Man's losing his mind, going, hey, they came to check for food. Or just strolling around. Going to the mall on Sunday, buying batteries, and I have a craving for donuts. Ooh. I haven't had them in a while. Chris said they used to be like, you could go to the normal grocery store and get some good old Krispy Kreme's donuts. They don't do those anymore, at least not around here. They're too far away to deliver, I guess. We have ferals here. Birds don't care. Oh, they do in our yard. They are skittish. The birds and the bunnies, like, we scent something. They all go under the shed or scatter into the trees and the power lines and wait for the intruder to leave. Like, we don't take well with these furry felines. Or the pups. The little man just has fun. He just wants to go bowling for birds and then stand under there and go, you better stay up there. I'll get you. And stand under the line yelling at him for a little bit and then trot off with his tail wagging. Typical small dog syndrome. Got a little Napoleon complex. Goof butt. I'm surprised nobody pays attention to Franny, but she was trying to get me this morning. I'm like, oh, I could, everyone's asleep. I could get a little bit of a workout in. He's like, I sense a disturbance in the force. There is a human on the ground. And just kept throwing her head at me. And I'm like, all right, I give up on this. Sit up. Like, nope. No, I still gotta fight you. Come here. Battleground. We had a Krispy Kreme factory here. Lasted less than. What? How did it go away in less than a year? They're so good. Like, there's Dunkin' Donuts if you want like a really cakey donut, which those are pretty good. But the nice fluffy, like their angel cream ones were so good. It was you either got to get the glazed or the angel cream. Like, I don't think I even ever ate a single other kind that they had. Those were so good. Or if you go to Dunkin' and you get like the cakey donut with the jelly or the Boston cream. I don't know where one of those is either. Last time I had one of those, I was like, hey, they're in the airport. Tim Hortons, aren't they just a coffee spot? I didn't know they were like a donut thing too. Or do they do like just straight up like pastry, kind of like Starbucks? See, though I would not go to Starbucks for pastries. Overpriced, and they don't even ever look good in the cases. Like, we're trying to be fancy, but we're not good at it. Nope, donut sandwich. Nice. It's like a little deli shop, huh? Been to a couple of those. They are usually pretty good. When I was living in California, there was a nice little like Italian deli years ago, which is so it's just belated information getting here. Every time I hear about it, it's just, oh my god, their coffee is so good. Never heard anybody mention anything else. You just assume if you're getting coffee, like, might get like a croissant or something to go with it. Like some bread to soak it up while I run to the car and have to go to finish driving to work. No. Out your dang mind if you think I'm getting up early enough time to do a coffee shopping and then still get to work on time. Psh, get my sleep. Starbucks, for whatever reason, is offering less smoothie drinks. Most of their ice is not blended anymore. Yeah, their smoothies really aren't that good anyway. I make them better. I had a couple of theirs and they felt watered down and bland. Whereas when I do it, I use like semi-frozen fruit as the ice so it doesn't dilute. I'm curious how Starbucks doing these days. Many boycotting anything from the US. They've been boycotted by our own, folks because their Christmas cups weren't Christmas and red enough. Yeah, it's coffee. People will go somewhere. Who knows? We have shot ourselves in the foot so many times over, I've lost count. What do you say? Shall we bake it really well this time. I go to my coffee pot. Can't remember how long since I had a Timmy's. Probably a lot cheaper, and then you know it's exactly how you want it. You add as much sugar and cream as you want. And those creamers are getting good now. So I'm like, I can make some hot chocolate and throw some of this in. They had a chocolate covered strawberry creamer I saw at the store the other day. That I kind of want that. Replace the milk and bake a cake with it or something. Instead of extracts, you get the extracts for the cookies and the creamers for muffins and cake mixes. Huh, pretty girl. God. Hello. I don't know what you think you're doing. You're an hour early. Mm-hmm. Hi. Where you go, big girl? If I had a drink other than water, she'd be up here snuggling. Now she's just plodding behind me. Yeah, your son isn't in here. Used to get my coffee on the way to work. I don't know why you got up that early. Maybe the rifles, coffee bean, and tea leaf are doing better. I do like a good tea now and then, but I make them at home. Granny! She uses her good looks against us. So, I got the cute face. Huh. See, that's how you got a home. You cute faced me at the shelter. She was making appearances in today's recordings just behind me going, it's cold enough. I'm done. I'll spot thief you a nap. And she knows it's going to work. She's like, well, I can't make you move. You're sleepy and that's your sweet girl mode. There's no fussing and slapping when the eyes get half closed. Beezer. Get away from those plants or I'm finding something to toss at you. Like a sock. Mm-hmm. Always for the plants that aren't good for him. Like the hibiscus. But he's up to absolutely no good. And Granny's giving him the stare of, he's gonna stick his tail up my nose and be a butthead, isn't he? Yes, because he got called out. He'll be back later to sit on my hip. Let me see. Since it's nice and slow, we'll try a second reading sprint and see what happens. And if I can get anyone to hop up. Sometimes they spot thief me when I walk off for a minute. Yes. Mm-hmm. Who's a good pretty girl? But mommy's gotta go to the bathroom. Do I have guardians now? I'm a jealous boy. Yeah, I'm a jealous boy. We got a little man. He really does not like my chair. Do an angry laugh. One of these days, I'm gonna get him to snuggle. I haven't figured out the bribe for that, though. What you doing? Creeping on his breath. Mm-hmm. I had him. He wasn't happy about it. Now, if I plopped him on the couch, he'd settle in with the toy. He was waiting on the bed like, are you done yet, Mama? Playtime! Had a little roughhousing in the hallway, and then he was like, I'm gonna run off. The only reason he wanted playtime is because his sister followed me and flopped over and was like, you're gonna rub my belly. Nope. No one gets attention but me. He's very passive aggressive. Yeah. Did you hear me talking about you? You stealing your sister's attention, but you won't come snuggle. Mm-hmm. What's the table smell like, huh? What's that coffee table smell like? Okay, bye. Chasing your brother. I heard that, coo. Okay. You come for pets, but you won't get in the chair. Is that the new rule? You just sit down here off camera. Okay. You can do that. Excuse you. Who you burping at? Got no manners. It's a good thing you're cute. It's a good boy. JB. You just gonna let him do that, little man? You're not gonna stop him? Yeah. They've got me surrounded. I got a hip little man, and y'all can't see it, but little man's down here off camera, demanding pets. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. I've been trapped. Excuse me. He said, "No, I will not be on camera at all." Whereas you're like, I don't even know if there is one. I just want some hips. Let me have full on note. Huh. Whereas I had to throw a sock at you because you were trying to eat the hibiscus. Yeah. Yeah, I see you plotting. You think I don't know, but I see you plotting. Don't you pulling that. I saw that you was gonna try to bite me. Because you're a bully half the time. Oh, you could be mean. Oh, you gonna be mean while purring, huh? Mm-hmm. You purring, but I see you raising that paw. You're a bully. He's over here purring and lifting up his paw to threaten me. He's such a cat. Yeah, I said it. You're a cat. Hey, Sue, how are you? Ooh, so what's for dinner? Bye, Elaine. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I've got my laptop plugged in, otherwise it would have died a while ago, too. I'm trapped by this rude fluff ball. He was over here purring and threatening to smack me. A big old salad, huh? Nice. Gotta have plenty of cheese and croutons on that. What do you think? He has no opinions. He says, so long as the kibble's fresh. So I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do for dinner yet. We've got meat, but how I want to season it and the sides, I'll figure that out. After I feed the pups in about a half hour. I'm surprised they're not in here yelling at me yet. Have you gotten any good reading in today? With some less chaotic sprints? This has turned into our latest ritual of he likes this chair. After about 7 o'clock, he pops in and decides that it's snuggle time. Anywhere else, snuggling and petting is abuse, but in this chair, it's acceptable. Huh. 6 pages. Nice. I only got about 13, and they're very, easy pages. Is it good so far? Stall them out. Yeah, I'm listening to Demon Copperhead and read about 30% of S'more Murder. Ooh, that sounds like a cozy, fun murder mystery. So I think one of the authors I usually read, Leslie Langtry, she has something similarly titled. And those are always hilarious. Now I can't remember exactly what that one was. Let's see. What was that? Yeah, it was a marshmallow s'more murder. Oh, it is. Oh, nice. Like, usually nobody knows who the heck that one is. But I love her. Anytime they go on sale, I've been snatching them up when they hit their little 99 cents. Or if I have, a gift card, every now and then I'll go and buy their little 3-book bundle. It's okay, on a chapter which is mostly just a list of names. That doesn't sound very interesting. Hopefully there's at least some good details about each of those names. That sounds like one of those pages where I'd skim and go, where are we getting to the dialogue and the action again? Makes the reading go by faster. Have you read a lot of the Leslie Langtry stuff yet, Sue? Or is this one of your first ones? Excuse me. Oh. You nice and clean, ready for nappy naps. I swear he's plotting on me with that tail. This is a first. Oh, nice. You're in for a treat. They get better as you go along. And Betty is, yeah, she becomes a favorite. Can't trust those Girl Scouts. And she also has another series is Greatest Hits. That is, well, it's all adults for the most part, but it's got that similar what the heck sense of humor to it. If, they're assassins, but they're nice. Hopefully enjoyed. I think she just put out the 34th one in that series. So if you time it just right, you can get them on sale. Do you have a lot left in your book, William? Yeah. I might still have quite a bit to go in this one. About 10%ish in. But I think I DNF'd it once and then forgot. Be interesting to see if I'd like it better this time around or if it finds a new home. Mm-hmm. My little Snorbert. I thought there was more. Maybe 60% done. We'll finish within a week for sure. Nice. It always feels so good to, check one off the list. Gonna hang out with the kids any this weekend? Or are they off, doing their own thing? And that, my parents are embarrassing age. They will go with us to the mall. Nice. So they haven't gotten to that teenage parent stage yet, huh? That's nice. What do you think? What do you think, Pacer? My daughter was coming out today, but it was raining in Los Angeles area. She'll be out next week. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully, she's able to make it out safely soon. How long is she staying for? Has she been safe out there, or have the fires gotten close to her? Just a day. She always gets split days off. Oh, that's no fun. But at least she gets the one day, so it's better than none. Hopefully they'll get it to where she can get a couple days in a row off soon. So much more relaxing that way. What are your siblings up to, Beezer? Does she at least get like one of her days off? Yeah. Nice middle of the week? Or is it, we'll get Thursday and Saturday kind of a deal? He hears his brother talking junk in the living room like, they're not coming for me, are they? he, he's a weirdo. Half the time he's like, he will dare little man to come after him, and the other half time he goes, oh crap, they're about to stampede. Run! But it's not quite dinner time, so he's still safe. They only stampede for dinner. Just a smoke. She's a costume character at Knott's Berry Farm, and they weren't out on bad days. Oh, nice! I had a friend that worked there for a while. I think he did some of the what is it? Some of the metalworking. Glad she's not having to deal with, the worst of it. But hopefully it clears up soon and stays far away. Wednesday. That's a good day to have off. Right in the middle where everyone else is still busy, so you can do what you gotta do. It's okay. Are they being noisy? Huh. What do you hear? Does she usually like it out there? Or is this kind of it's something for now kind of a deal? He can't figure out if he wants to be freaked out or if he's enjoying this. He keeps doing the annoyed tail twitch, but shoving his head into my hand. Oh, Beezer. What are you doing? Oh, we're not getting enough for the cheek and the chin. There you go. he's still figuring out where he wants me to pet him. He hasn't been the petting kind until I started hanging out in the library with the new chair, and he's just recently realized, wait, cuddling and chair scratches are nice, but only in this specific spot after dark. He's like, wait, where do I want the behind the ears, under the chin, all of it, because he's got a little enough head. Just looks like he's got a big old head with all the fluff. Bye, William. Thanks for coming in. Hope you have a good weekend. Yeah. Be cutting it off here in a little bit anyways. It's getting on that time where Franny's gonna start going, feed me. I haven't eaten all year. Even though she had, breakfast and treats. She used to work as an attractions host and she hated it. After working Knott's Scary Farm, they transferred her Knott's Berry Farm to the entertainment department. Well, that's good. I'm glad they transferred somewhere she might enjoy a bit more. I can see attractions host being boring and yet stressful at the same time. Also, I love the autocorrect. That sounds like a good name to change it to for like the holidays. It's the Scary Farm. Once September hits, or October for like the normal people. Imagine like costume characters would be nice. Like in the winter, you're all bundled up, but I could not imagine having to do that in the middle of summer. Hopefully, they have very airy costumes and lots of breaks. Yeah. You being a sweet fang face. Yeah, it's a good fang face. They do have Knott's Scary Farm. She's a 1920s ghost for that. Oh, that is so cool. Is it like a year-round thing, kind of like the Haunted Mansion in Disney? I've never actually been. I've seen a bunch about it, that in the Busch Gardens in Florida, but I've never actually gotten there before. That's fun. Huh. I think I did the Universal. They used to have a year-round haunted house. That was really fun, but I think sadly at some point they got rid of it for newer stuff. We'll have a little bit of Halloween in the middle of the year. No, it's mazes in each land. She's a street. Oh, that's cool. That sounds like I would die because sunlight would be attacking me, but be a fun one to do like in the winter when I can bundle up and hide from the sunlight, but still be outside. Huh. Bite me, butternut. Yeah, you little butternut squash. It runs for about 6 weeks, September through October. Oh, that's so cool. So it's like their version of like the Fright Night and whatnot. Nice. I haven't been to one of those in forever. They used to be a lot of fun when I was little. Plotting. It's getting on late and time to take care of all the animals, but thank you so much for coming in. Hopefully you have a nice rest of your night and a good time with your daughter next weekend. Oh. Hi, Peter. Petra. I'm not sure how to say that actually. God, it's just as we're calling things to a close. During the rest of the year, she's either one of the kind. Oh, that's cool. You got any plans for the weekend? Thank you for coming in. Hopefully, you and the family are well with everything going on. I will see y'all all next Friday for some more pandemonium and maybe even a couple sprints. Good night, everyone. The awkward wave as it shuts down.